Hi, I'm Sandy Allnock, Prima Ribbonista for May Arts, and today I wanted to share with you some spring cards I've been working on. These are a bunch of cards that I made for spring seasons, and I wanted to share them with you because they use the Spellbinders Ribbon Threader die. And I really love this set of dies. The large one is an A2. There's a medium one, a border type one that works with a sentiment, or a little tiny sentiment one. And when I turn them over, you're going to see the amount of detail on each one of these on the back. This is the cutting side. And you just run that through your die machine and you'll get holes around the outside, whether the large holes around the big one or tiny holes around the small ones. This border piece right here, I wanted to show you a little trick. If you get papers that are stuck in your dies, in these little tiny pieces, they make these with holes, and all you have to do is punch through the holes and knock those little pieces out, and you will get a nice sharp cut with your die when you use it the next time. This is one of the large ones that's punched out. I did it with dark paper so you can see exactly how much detail there is in these. There's these slot punches that you can go up and down or down and up. There's another set of slots on this medium one, and then this border one, you could put a sentiment on that, or you just use it as a border piece. These are the ribbons I'm going to be using, and they are fantastic new faux canvas ribbons. They're very lightweight. I wanted to zoom in really close so you can actually see how paper thin these are, and they have a really nice subtle texture, but it really ties a beautiful bow, knot, or whatever other type of thing you want to tie onto a card, because you generally want them flatter to mail. So here we go with the cards. This first one is a Mother's Day card, and I only threaded the faux canvas through the slots, and I left the two ends facing upward so the tails are on the outside. You could also start the opposite direction and then all of your tails would be tucked under. And I chose to just leave the holes there and not thread anything through them because I think it looks really pretty and delicate. This next card that I want to share is an Easter card. I used the medium one and the border piece, and I did something a little fancy to create that cross using the slots that I was threading the ribbon through. So first I threaded it, I didn't pull them really tightly, and then the top cross piece, the vertical cross piece, I tucked under before I pulled the horizontal piece tight. So it holds it in there, and then the horizontal band holds the rest of that piece of ribbon on. Change up your colors and you get a whole different feel for the card itself. And on this one I glued, instead of popping that die, I glued it straight onto the card base so that in each one of those holes I could then place a little bit of bling. You can't quite tell here, they don't all look the way they're supposed to because they are all colored with my Copics to try to make them red, but that didn't really show in the camera. So that's a whole different feel for the card. This one is a square, so I just used a portion of that large A2 die so that I just cut off the top. You could wrap it around the back, but cutting it off allowed me then to put some pearl pen in the little punched holes. And then I did just some loops instead of using just straight up and down through those slots. So each loop is a little bit longer, and then they're adhered down with glue dots. So that gives another look for this ribbon threader section. And here's one that has a more country feel. I decided to try wrapping a blanket stitch around it with some May Arts twine. Really love the real casual feel of this. With the slot punches, I went up and down on 3 of them, and then the top one I just took one small piece and tied a knot and threaded my sentiment through that. So it worked out really cute, a whole different look once again. And this last card uses just the medium piece as the focal point of the card, and I tied 2 knots around the slot punch portions, and I ran a piece of the ribbon down the card, but it's flat on the card. It looks like it would be tied through each one of those, but it's just flat behind it, and those are tied onto the portion that's been die cut. And I then used the border punch piece underneath of it as an extra additional detail on the card, and I stitched around it with just a white pen. Thank you so much for taking a moment to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button down below. and hit subscribe down there to get lots more great ideas from May Arts. And as well, if you'd like to click on my face, that will take you to my channel where you can subscribe over there and get more videos from me. Thanks so much. Bye.